Now I've gotta verify a bunch of things with YouTube. Gotta update links to point people to Creo cards and secret of the views. Okay, here we go. Album links. So basically, I set.
Start streaming. We are streaming now.
Yeah, I set a bunch of defaults for the streams like years ago, and then they removed the ability to do that or something.
Oh, and then it's
It's just locked in. So I have
does
to
it say the wrong season number and stuff on there?
well, this season's gone on for a long time.
Oh, okay, so it's still
but
season 9.
It's
okay.
but like 14 months ago or something, they got rid of the ability to set
My
defaults.
word.
So the defaults are always wrong. So I got to go in every day.
This is fun.
I know, it's like delightful.
It gives you a routine.
It gives me
It gives you consistency.
Yeah, people will be like, Joe, how come this stuff is wrong? And I'm like, because it's always wrong. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, it's like a Groundhog Day scenario. If you can imagine.
I can imagine.
You know,
yes, I can.
Before we do anything, between
What do
the
we wanna
stream
do?
starting and our Punxsutawney reset this morning, we did get a $12 tip rolling in from Emma, Beth, and Seren, who wrote, "Happy birthday, Joe. We don't get to watch streams much at the moment, but are enjoying your videos."
Aw.
So thank you very much, Emma. Tips are always welcome, even when I'm not
Thank
streaming.
you.
And they are seen and appreciated. So thank you, Emma, Beth, and
It's your
Seren.
birthday?
It is my birthday. I forgot. Oh, we should probably post. I was like, I've got the wrong URLs in my paste buffer here because I'm like trying to. Tips are welcome via PayPal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. We can go ahead and post that link. Whoa, those are some wild scales.
Wild stallions.
Wild stallions. Whoa. Okay, so we are live on YouTube.
Yeah, usually I start off with a little song.
Yeah.
A lot of times I just make it up, but I didn't make this one up.
Well, if you want to put your own little spin on it.
Okay, my own little spin.
Yeah, oh, we'll come back to this. Remind me when we're done.
When we're done with what?
With the spin. With the song. I have an idea.
Okay, so do the song.
Do the song, and then I have
But then do the spin after the song?
I have an idea for a song commission.
Okay.
But the song commission would be for the people, and it's gonna. And I don't want to interrupt you.
Okay.
Having interrupted you, I see now that was not cool.
That's fine.
I should let you do your thing.
Happy birthday to you. You smell like old shoes. I put a spin on happy birthday, dear Joe Hills. Happy birthday to you.
Oh no, I am devastated by the sick burn contained in your lyrics.
Got him.
Ah.
Got him.
Oh no. Hey, we got 40 rolling in from Badger Spanner, who says, "Alas, no birthday whiskey this year, but here's some money for a nice drink each."
Oh.
Thank you, Badger.
Thank you, Badger. Thank you very much.
So
And here we are, a lass and a lad.
Woo.
Woo!
52.
Do we have goals?
I like to think that if I just do my best every day, I don't need to worry too much about particular goals.
Oh, I meant on this stream.
Oh, stream goals are important for making sure that you get your gas money back for driving over here. So, yes, we are going to be doing some songs at certain rotational quantities, let's say.
Quantities.
So, at 180, the theme for today, since it's my birthday, is some of my favorite songs. And
yep.
Spoiler alert, the first two are both... Wait, no, they're not both Billy Joel.
They
yeah,
both
they
are Billy
They're
Joel.
both Billy Joel, because we changed it last minute, because you
Yep.
brought the harmonica. So
Yeah.
at 180, Quinn is going to bust out the harmonica with a little bit of Piano Man. And then at 360...
Piano Man on Guitar Woman.
Yeah, we're it's a subversion of expectations. here.
Yes.
We're
It's very punk rock, I think.
I see. This is that. Well, this is what some people would argue is the Joe Hill's difference. Oh, did you see the Joe Hill's birthday piano man? No, what was it like? Guitar woman. Like that's what we're doing.
That's what we do here.
That's what we do here, whether it makes sense or not. So yeah, we are rotating the camera 1 degree angular for every dollar that rolls in. Lady Vaporeon writes, "Happy birthday and thanks for last night's video. I'm glad y'all like it. I tried to upload it and before I left for no quarter, and the upload failed. So that's why it came out so late. It was supposed to be out a few hours earlier. Sorry about that. Thanks for your patience." Craig Sarota tips 10 and writes, "Birthday rotations." So we're gonna rotate the camera up to 62 degrees. Woo! That puts us 118 away, I think, from that first goal.
So should we announce our second goal, or should we
Well,
withhold?
Let me just make sure I'm all caught up on the chat here. Make sure. NJ writes, "Happy birthday, Joe. Have the most amazing day." Thank you, NJ. That's appreciated. And also says, "Birthday times."
Birthday times, it's a very nice time for a birthday.
Oh, indeed. We got Mahi Zero tipping 5 right. Happy birthday. Thank you, Mahi Zero. We're going to rotate that camera now to 67.
67.
Woo.
Thank you, Mahi Zero.
Zero. So Toxic Soren, Toxic Tom also writes, "Happy birthday, Joe." Thank you. Let's see. Badger Spanner writes, "Harmonica." There we go. Yeah, there's no harm here.
Here.
This is a place of peace.
Don't harm Monica. She's been through enough.
Oh, it has been, yeah. I didn't want to bring it up and put a downer on it, but yeah, it's rough. Okay. So, let's grab some Okay, so I don't necessarily have a great idea of what I want to do today. My brain's gonna be
It's
all
your
over
birthday,
the place.
So it's whatever you want to do.
Yeah, well, it's like you can tell I'm old because I'm like, oh, maybe I should spend my time organizing a bunch of stuff because it's like I'm way behind on organizing. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, no, it's like I got so much. I got a lot of cleaning and work done yesterday. But yeah.
What age are you?
Oh boy. Okay, I was born in 1986.
Yeah.
I'm working backwards from 2023. I feel like what is that? Am I 37 now?
Yes, you are.
Woo! We did it.
I think organizing is a very 37-year-old way to
it's
spend your
like,
birthday.
I'm so old. No, I mean, I remember I've done like, there were some years where I was like, I feel like I grew a lot this year. I'm gonna do a birthday episode. But like this year, I'm just like, I'm stumbling across the finish line. I've learned nothing. I'm just flailing as I attempt to accomplish the things from before. Apparently on the Deep Slate 9 server, there was a secret project. I saw Dottie Matrix talking about this earlier. A bunch of us made a birthday card out of maps and placed it on the Defiant.
Oh, okay. NJ sent a message and I misread it.
Oh.
It says you are 37 period 8 years younger than me. I read it as you are 37.8 years younger than me.
It's like, NJ, nobody uses decimal years, and also, wow, you look good for that age.
Yeah, you look. I was like,
I was like,
there is no way.
Yeah.
You're in your 70s, NJ.
Yeah. So it looks like.
What's your secret?
Yeah. The Patreon server made a happy moon landing, happy birthday, Joe, card here.
Well,
from
that's beautiful.
Yep, from Melora, Casewalker, Space Talker, Desire Fire 14, Kindalis, Superstone, Magenta Avocado, Fifth Alice, Stellar Spider, Centauratron, Shedv, Gritmonger, Shawnard, Mantua Maker, Bear 33, Void, Alice, Chef Nutmeg, and Dottie. Woo!
I love the classic cinema reference there.
Yeah, that is pretty old school. Quinn, what can you tell us about that film?
It was a silent film. It was
So
from
quiet.
there's actually a great Martin Scorsese film called Hugo. That's about a boy who's obsessed with the work of that filmmaker. I believe the name is Lumiere.
Spaceman Productions implies that it's translated a trip to the moon.
Yeah, A Trip to the Moon.
And I mean, if you work in production as a spaceman, I mean that's probably your. But Lumiere is a great name too.
Yeah.
I hope nobody steals it for like a candelabra in a Disney film or something dumb.
Yeah. Let me double check. Let me double check my work on that.
And apparently, people who have not had the chance to sign the card yet will have the chance to sign it for the next few days before they lock the map. Very cool. Thank you so much.
No, it was Méliès.
Méliès.
Sorry.
Okay.
I get all French names are the same to me.
No, that's fine. Microbird tips 37 and says, $1 for every year. Don't spend it all in one place, or do. I'm not the boss of you. It's going to go to 2 places because Quinn and I are splitting it, but my half's going to rent. So thank you very much, Microbird.
My half's going to lunch.
Yeah, I'll let you buy lunch since it's my birthday.
I will buy lunch.
Okay, so 37 plus 67. Let's see, that is going to be 97 plus 7, that's 114. No, 104. Yeah, here we go. But yeah, I was going to say, one thing that I realized might be a good, like, when the money gets, like, when I'm more revenue positive, or...
You keep talking about this time.
Yeah, because I have all these ideas for songs and stuff I want to commission, but
revenue
it's like...
positive.
Or...
Yeah.
Is it profit positive? I don't know. The one where, yeah. But yeah. And this is how I stop being revenue positive. Is I'm like, oh, what if I spent $400 on commissioning a song? Oh, happy birthday, Salamanda. This is an example of why that song would be needed.
Happy birthday, Salamander.
Feliz cumpleaños to Manda. But what I realized is it'd be fun to have like a... You know how like for a while you couldn't sing happy birthday, so every single restaurant had their own birthday song?
And every like TV show had their own birthday song.
Yeah.
Where everyone acted like they knew what they were singing.
Like it's just that's just the birthday song in that universe.
Exactly.
But yeah. No, I really loved The Simpsons' you're the birthday, boy or girl. Like,
yeah.
It's like, great, we don't need to nail that down.
Yeah. Tag yourself, I'm the ore.
Yeah, please, sir, I want some more. And then just push Quinn out. I love the idea of having my own, you've seen Willy's Wonderland, right?
No, I have not.
Oh my gosh, that should have gone in the birthday triple feature. I mean, Shawshank and The Dish were good, but Chloe the Great and Powerful tips 70 and says, "Have a happy birthday, Joe. Spend this all in one place." Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Chloe. You are great and you are powerful.
So let's see. That's gonna bring us up to 174.
This is really close.
Bringing us only $6 away from our first goal here.
I better get my harmonica.
But yeah, there's a birthday song in Willy's Wonderland that the robots sing, and it's like it's exactly the right. It's all the right notes for that. You know what I mean? It's exactly the sort of generic restaurant birthday song.
Yeah.
But then like. You know, they have it set up so but it's like written in such a way that the robots can go like out of tune and get creepy and be like, "It's your birthday and we want you."
It's terrifying. Want me to do what? Or
No, like
you
they
just want to possess me.
Yeah, like or they eat you or whatever.
Cool.
Hey, and then we got another 7 rolling in from Chloe the Great and Powerful, who says, "Well, if we're that close."
Well,
So that's going to get us to 181. And then we've got while you get I can cover for you while you get that harmonica strap set up. And when I say I can, Magenta can, who tips 20, who says cheers for attempting and hopefully succeeding to make rent. And so that's going to bring us up to 201. Okay, I don't think we're peaking there. Sounds good. Oh, I'm gonna switch us to Ollie mode for the official songs.
What does Ollie mode mean?
Ollie mode is so Ollie has this thing where he like rapidly changes the size of the camera, and so we'll be larger and not rotated.
Larger and more in charger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Larger, more realistic, and from a second-person perspective.
Cool. Okay. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in.
Shuffle, shuffle.
There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He says, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. We're not done yet.
That's okay.
Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody. You got us feeling alright. Now, now, John at the bar is a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke, ought to light up your smoke. But there's some place that he'd rather be. He says, Bill, I believe this is killing me, as the smile ran away from his face. Well, I'm sure that I could be a movie star if I could get out of this place. La 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 diddy da, la la diddy da. Now Paul is a real estate novelist who never had time for a wife. And he's talking with Davy, who's still in the Navy and probably will be for life. And the waitress is practicing politics as the businessman slowly gets stoned. Yes, they're sharing a drink they call loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright. It's a pretty good crowd for a Saturday, and the manager gives me a smile, 'cause he knows that it's me they've been coming to see, to forget about life for a while. And the piano, it sounds like carnival, and the microphone smells like a beer. And they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man, what are you doing here? Diddy-da. La la, diddy-da. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright.
Woo! Okay, I gotta say, the more that was phenomenal, and I really think that if you do like a solo show that's like a combination of like comedy and music, it should be called Piano Woman.
Okay.
And it's just
and there's no piano.
But it's just you. It's just yeah. But you open with you know. Or you roll into Piano Man as one of your bits, and you talk about dreams, and you talk about identity, and you know, or something like that.
Sure.
You know, like I think that would be like gorgeous and amazing. That was.
I'll do it.
Gum the Bat, also thank you for tipping 10, who says, happy birthday, Joe. So excited to catch the stream on my day off. Hey,
Woo!
what,
Hey, you got
good
the
luck.
day off for Joe's birthday?
I mean, so back when I had a job, people would be like, Joe, why are you coming in on your birthday? I always take my birthday off work. I don't want to spend my birthday at work. And I'm like, I'm not coming in tomorrow. I take the day after my birthday off, so that way I can stay out with my friends as late as I want tonight.
Yeah.
Because, like, if I took the day off, I would spend the whole day going, I hate that all my friends are at work, you know?
Yeah.
So it's great that now that I'm self-employed and you're self-employed, we can hang out together, Quinn.
We get a rest day.
And that Gum the Bat can join us. Okay, so I think we were at 201 and now we're at 211. Thanks to Gum the Bat again. Then we got some other tips rolling in via PayPal I got to thank folks for. From Salem, we got 100 who writes Feliz Cumpleaños. Woo! Thank you, Salem. That's going to bring us up to 311.
Thank you, Salem.
I think that's information. We're getting the real 311 here.
Is that the same Salem I met the other day?
I don't know 100%.
We don't know.
Because, like, yeah, that's a common enough name. I would not assume no, but I would not assume yes.
Cool.
And then we also got another 10 rolling in from Samuel. Thank you very much, Samuel.
Oh, Salem says it is. Hello.
Oh, excellent. Cool. Yeah, I just didn't want to, because
true.
You know, since it's a birthday,
Mm.
sometimes people tip who don't normally tip, or
That's
you know what I mean. I don't want to make
That's
assumptions.
We will.
But yeah, it was fantastic hanging out with you and your crew at No Quarter. Fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Like, I feel like the event went really well. Just had a bunch of people hanging out, mixing it up, playing games together. Like, that is the sort of experience I want to encourage. And y'all are, you know, I had done some, the meetups I had done in on the Wisconsin trip were a lot lower attendance. And so we were playing one game for the whole group both times.
Yeah.
Whereas this was like, oh, okay, we're actually getting multiple games going, and like, you know, Quinn's running one of them and I'm running one, and then there's a third game going that just people are organizing themselves. I love it. Like, it made me so happy. I was thrilled with how it went. Yeah.
I think I interrupted you announcing a tip.
Oh, did you? Where did it come in? This might be the same. So the ones over here are showing up later than on the phone. Or is there a new?
No, it was one announced right after Salem.
Oh well, no. The one from Samuel for.
Yes.
Did I say 10? Oh, you know, it was 20. I'm sorry, Samuel. I misread that because yeah. Okay, so that's actually, so we're at 331. My bad. My apologies. Thank you, Quinn, for correcting me. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Yeah, because like, sorry,
I got caught up in like, oh, I know that name.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
the person?
and
oh my
and
gosh,
like, then I'm like,
I met that person.
Yeah,
They are cool.
So yes, Samuel, thank you for the 20.
Thank you, Samuel.
Thank you, Samuel. That puts us, we're only $29 away from the Beetlejuice
close.
performing one of my favorite Billy Joel songs, the Downeaster Alexa. Joju tips 10 and says, Happy Joe Appreciation Day. Also, that was an excellent Piano Man, Quinn.
Thank you.
Woo! Okay, so that is going to bring us to 19 away from our next face camera expansion at 341. Woo!
Very close.
Very close. Small Time Benny says, How old are you, Joe? We did the math earlier. It's 37.
37.
Woo! Okay.
You making some more glow lichen?
Well, I'm actually going to be spreading the whole farm. This isn't necessarily what I need to do this whole episode.
What does that mean, spreading the
Oh,
farm?
wait, we actually need to switch back out of volley mode now that we're, Okay. Did it...
Yep, Alone Z.
Wait, did it rotate the camera properly, though? Is it...
Yeah, it should be.
Because we're
near
almost back
360.
to... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're just not used to it.
Because we did... Yeah, the issue was I was rotating the camera when we weren't looking at it.
Yes,
I see. So it was still affecting this one. Apologies. Yeah, remind me to switch out of volley mode so people can enjoy the rotational act. Because, yeah, I was rotating like they could see it with the mouse wheel.
I'll try to remind you.
Yeah,
I don't see the screen as much as the people at home.
No, yeah. That is not your responsibility. I'm also, like, reminding the people to remind me.
People.
Yeah, that is something that streamers have to do, is they have to delegate, like, basic background tasks to the audience.
Yep,
like,
that's fair.
Hey, remind me to go get my pizza out of the oven because I can't hear the beeper from here and I didn't set a timer. Like, that sort of thing. And it's just like, okay. And then you'll have, like, 50 people, like, set a timer. And then they'll all at once. So, like, 17 minutes later, it's like a bunch of people yelling, go, go, go. And the person's like, well, go where? The oven! Oh! Yep. But yeah, okay, so let's see.
Very close to our 360 goal.
Very close to our 360 goal of Downeaster Alexa. Now,
21 away.
Yeah, I figured before we pin down or announce what the goal after that would be. You know, I wanted to pick some songs that were near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
One that I've always liked. I don't know that it would necessarily be fun for you to perform.
Okay.
I've always enjoyed Shatner's album Has Been.
Yep.
And there's a couple great songs on there. He worked on that with another piano man, Ben Folds. The song Has Been has kind of itself, which the album's named after, has kind of a Western feel to it.
Yep.
There's a great cover of Common People. But I don't know if the Beetlejuice doing the William Shatner version of Common People would be too much or precisely the right amount.
Yeah, I don't know. The only like asterisk on that one is whether you would like to use the UK terminology for a cigarette.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
As that's a bit of a slur.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a good point. This is
many other places.
Why we're talking about this. Delg and Small Time Benny Tippin 19 says, "Happy birthday, buddy. There's half your age and a hope for many more." Woo!
Thank you.
So thank
we
you.
got something from
So that's gonna get us
too.
Evenly to the 360 mark. So let's get us to the 360 mark.
Okay.
Here, and then okay, while you prepare for the
While ye prepare
for Downeaster Alexa, I'll keep doing the rotations. We got 5 rolling in from McDavid as well, and another 14 from Lost Cult Music. That's gonna bring us up to 19 degrees here. Do. Okay. So we are going to switch back to Ollie mode.
Ollie.
Oh wait, and I gotta go get the Beetle. Well, hold on. We got another 20 rolling in while you're getting set up anyway. So I switched back 39.
Yeah. Do you have any
39 thanks to Marwood.
props for yourself for this?
Yeah, we actually have a boat somewhere.
We have a boat?
We have a boat. But let me, I don't know where it is. No worries, small time Benny. I appreciate you. Marwood writes, "Happy birthday! Thanks for keeping me company while I argue with a computer about date formats." Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah. Hold on. Maybe we don't have a boat. Oh, yeah, you know what I also forgot to do?
What did you forget to do?
I just forgot to switch the camera over to the
To
other
Joust mode.
to the Beetlejuice. Here we go. 1 second. Now I'm not sure how this is going to interact with the Ollie mode. Hey, it worked. Well, that's absolutely fantastic.
It worked.
It worked. I also need to fix this stand because the microphone will just rotate toward me. There we go. I fixed it. Yeah. Okay. So I should probably pull up the lyrics to the Downeaster Alexa.
Probably.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm sufficiently emotionally prepared.
Okay.
Oh, did I never post that? Hold on. I never posted that the stream was live.
Okay.
Birthday stream with Redacted Hills. See, this is why they bring in the Beetlejuice to fix the other guy's mess. Now on okay, tweet. So now anybody who comes in will be like, okay, what is this?
Well, I'm on the Downeaster Alexa, and I'm cruising through Blocker and Sun. I have charted a course to the vineyard, but tonight I am Nantucket bound.
We took on Diesel back in Montauk yesterday. Left this morning from the Bell in Gardiner's Bay. Like all the locals here, I had to sell my home. Too proud to leave. I work my fingers to the bone.
I could own my Downeaster Alexa,
And I
I
go
go where
the
the ocean is deep.
There are giants out there in the
canyon, and a good captain can't fall asleep.
Yai, yai, yai. Yai, yo. Yai, yai, yai. Yai, yo. I've got bills to pay and children who need clothes. I know there's fish out there, but where? God only knows. They say these waters aren't what they used to be. But there ain't no future for a man who works the sea.
When you see my Downeaster Alexa, if you work with the rod and the reel, tell my wife I am trolling Atlanta, and I still have my hands on the wheel.
Yai, yai, yai. Yai, yo. Yai, 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 yai. Yai, yo. Yai, 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 yai. Yai, yo. Now, I drive my Downeaster Alexa more and more miles from shore every year. Since they told me I can't sell no stripers, and there's no lucky sword fishing here. I was a bayman
like my father
was before. Can't make a living with a bayman anymore. There ain't much future for a man who works the sea. But there ain't much island left for islanders like me.
Ay, ay, ay. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yo.
Yeah,
yeah,
yo.
Yeah, yeah,
yo.
Woo. Thank you very much. We got Quinn Hills here in studio, aka Redacted Hills on the guitar. That was Downeaster Alexa, originally written by Billy Joel.
William Joel. Hey, let's get out of Ollie mode here.
Oh, yeah, we gotta get right back out of Ollie mode, because we got some tips rolling in.
Out.
Get. Go
Cut-
on now, get.
Cut it out.
Okay, so, real quick, let me see who we got tips rolling in for. From 4 from, whatever.
4
Okay.
from, 5 from, 6 from.
Okay, it looks like we are actually, okay, good. We're all caught up because I did these before we did the song.
Woo!
If you enjoy the show, tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay, so if anybody has any idea, or no, I have the ideas. I was telling
You have the idea. This is your show.
my show. I'm in charge.
Joe show. Do you want to do Has Been at 5:40?
Well, yeah, I was thinking maybe Has Been at 5:40.
Yeah, let's do 5:40 Has Been.
That's a fun song. And then we talked about doing some Ben Folds. I really like. I think that the most iconic, or one of the most iconic Ben Folds songs that we could do would be "Whatever and Ever Amen." Although, I don't know, Quinn. What other like? I mean, if there's other Ben Folds songs that you think are particularly, I don't know.
Rockin' the Suburbs.
Rockin' the Suburbs, yeah. That's pretty classic.
I mean, like, the biggest hit is Brick, but we don't want to do Brick. It's depressing.
No, I don't want to do Brick.
No, we're not doing that.
No.
No. Army?
A little close to home.
Too close to home.
Hey, we got another tip rolling in. Let's see who that one is from. It's from Joram Brands, who writes for the bills to pay and the children who need clothes. So that's
a little too close to home.
It's another 6 there. That's gonna bring us up to 45 degrees angular here.
Thank you.
Woo, we are now optimal. Oh, Kate's a
optimal.
good one.
Kate, that's a fun one.
Hey.
We'll do that at 7:20. Is that what you want? Have you decided, or we're on the fence?
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe 7:20. We'll do Kate.
Kate.
So we've got Has Been and then Kate. I like the part of Kate where she hands out the Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, I like the part where she plays Wipeout on the drums.
Oh yeah, it's a great song. I like when the squirrels and the birds come and then they gather around to sing the guitar.
Hey, good thing we got a guitar woman in studio.
I know. We're ready for this.
We are ready. Did somebody make you a cake? Or is
No, this is a screenshot from a television show. You can tell by the City TV.
City TV. I didn't know if maybe they made you a cake and then the cake aired on City TV.
Okay, if you look at the seam here and the wood, this is the table from Community. And from context clues, I think that this is a cake that they gave Troy because he's Jehovah's Witness and doesn't celebrate birthdays.
Yes.
So the cake says, "Hello during a random dessert, the month and day of which coincide numerically with your expulsion from a uterus." I don't remember seeing that joke in the show, but
Me neither.
But that's the sort of thing.
Seems like
the way their editing style, they would flash something like that on screen for like a second.
Right.
You know. Hey, we got another tip rolling in. Let's see who that's from. Mary Tippin 5 says, "Happy birthday, Joe Hills. Hope it's a good one." Thank you very much, Mary. That's gonna bring us up to 50. Woo. Okay.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you. Chloe the Great and Powerful says, "I just love how the art looks at night." Yeah. I am.
We're up to 50, aka 410.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Make sure I clear this queue as well, just because I'm reading it off the phone, because the phone's like doesn't miss any.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah. Jenny confirms this is definitely from Community. Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah, because I was looking at it. I'm like, the odds of there being a Jehovah's Witness joke and a table and it being on television and it not being Community, it's pretty likely. Okay. So some other people did some fan art, no, that one's not my birthday fan art. This one's just random. This one somebody made for my birthday. Let's go ahead and post a link to this real quick.
Yeah, that's really
This
nicely
is
done.
from Catenu. I guess.
Yeah.
Very cool. Hey, I'm actually wearing those clothes right now. Oh, what a coincidence.
You are.
Okay. So, how did
You
they
don't
know?
you don't have the little. We need to get you some like fishnet arm warmers though.
Yeah. Oh no, I have those.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. No, they're in like one of the.
Wow.
Yeah. No. Those are all things I have in the studio.
Wow. I thought those were just something that like developed in the art, in the fan art that people kept doing. I didn't realize they were actually
No, yeah. So
canonical.
no, because I used to wear those during the craft streams and chroma them out.
Cool.
Which is also why my French curves and the scissors are chroma green.
Wow.
But yeah. Okay, so. Yeah.
I learned something today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Birthday somethings.
Birthday something.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So one thing we okay. So I feel like yeah, I should probably try and get something done over here. So
I don't know. It's your birthday.
it is my birthday, but like it's just like if I get anything extra done, then that's like an extra little present to myself that I got some stuff
Good point.
done. You know what I mean? It's like okay, that's nice. Yeah, so let's see. Like the gold can go in the gold box. Oh wait, I got all the bone blocks. Yeah, let's maybe just work on the little farm for a little minute. Welcome, Hugh Mulder.
Welcome, Hugh Mulder.
Yeah, because it's like all the like I've got like 8 projects that I'm like ready to. I was basically waiting to start on a bunch of things until I got like done traveling.
Yeah.
And
are you done traveling now?
I feel like I'm still catching up after traveling, if that makes any sense. Like.
Yeah.
I
get it.
So like I'm still like trying to clear all the stuff I've been organizing off the dining room table, and it's like the apartment is still not like ready for
human consumption.
Well, it's not ready for Corinne to come home yet, so I'm trying to get as much stuff cleared out and sorted before.
We've got a few weeks.
Yeah, not long though.
Not long.
I'm very excited about her returning
that's
soon.
good. We all miss her.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm like trying to get as much stuff done as I can.
Yes.
I actually just was like, yesterday I was like, I just need to go to the library because I am not getting work done here. Because like everywhere I look, there's just...
Everywhere you look.
Everywhere you see, there's a pile, there's a pile, there's a pile of stuff to organize. Yeah, it's like there's so much low-hanging fruit for cleaning up the apartment. Yeah. Like, by dumping everything out, I've made it very easy, ostensibly, to put stuff where it needs to go or figure out where it needs to go. Mm-hmm. That's the point of dumping everything everywhere, but like it's like there's just stuff everywhere. And so like when I was trying to edit, I'd be like, well, what if I just go put that away real quick? And then I'd be like, oh, but I should do this and then I was like, I was not getting anything done. So I was like, okay, library. So, you know, if you want to edit video, try your local library. But yeah. Beetlejuice and the Translucequint Hills. Translucequint is actually an interesting.
I like it.
That's an interesting one.
Emphasis on the trans.
Yeah. But also Quinn is in there as a little pun.
Yeah.
Small Time Benny says, to change everything, start anywhere is a solid plan while cleaning. Yeah, the problem is it makes it hard to, like, not work on the cleaning, because the cleaning is so blatantly the next thing to do.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the library, and I'm just going to go and look at the footage and cut it down, because I had, like, 5 hours of footage that I needed to go through for this episode that came out today. So yeah, if y'all haven't noticed, because the episode was supposed to come out last night at like 10 o'clock, and it came out at like midnight because there was a problem with the upload. And so yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, you can bookmark that for later. That's on my YouTube channel. I can find that link real quick. But yeah, it's a it's about finding and moving the first camel on the HermitCraft server. Howdy Dotty Matrix.
That's quite a discovery.
Which yeah. It was like a whole thing. We spent like 4 hours or something flying around. And then but when we did finally find a camel, it was 19,000 blocks away from civilization. So I spent like a week digging a tunnel through hell because space is compressed there.
Yeah.
And so you only have to go 1/8 the distance, which is still 1/8 of 19,000 is still a lot.
It's still a lot.
So a block in Minecraft is a meter. So it was 19 kilometers away.
Yeah.
And instead I bored a 2-kilometer tunnel or 2-point-something kilometer tunnel through hell.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
As one does.
As one does. I mean, because camels, they're worth it.
So are camels a new feature that did not exist before?
Yeah, and so when new features are added to the game, you have to go to newly generated areas of the map to find them.
I see.
And so we had to travel across the land, searching far and wide for Pokemon to understand the power that's inside.
Wow.
The Pokemon theme would not be a. We should do a day that we do TV themes as the goals.
Yeah, I feel like we've talked about this before, but we never.
Yeah.
Or I think one time we did the Cheers theme just for fun, maybe.
Yeah. Could we do I would love to do the Perfect Strangers theme just for kicks because nobody's gonna pay for that. But I don't know if that I'm assuming that's one you don't have in your repertoire.
Let's see.
I could do the singing, but it's called Standing Tall on the Wings of My Dreams.
I know it inspired our own theme.
Mm-hmm.
Did it not?
Oh, yeah, and it was a huge part of the leftovers. Oh, my gosh.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Oh, are you? Okay, let me pull up the lyrics then. Okay. So here's the thing I'm worst at is knowing when to come in, but because it's a TV show theme, I think they actually like come in on the first note with the lyrics, right?
We're just making it up.
We're just coming up. Okay. So how about I just...
So...
Sometimes the world looks perfect. Nothing to rearrange. Sometimes you get a feeling like you need some kind of change. No matter what the odds are, this time, nothing's gonna stand in my way. This flame in my heart, like a long-lost friend, gives every dark street a light at the end. Standing tall on the wings of my dream, rise and fall on the wings of my dream. The rain and thunder, the wind and haze. I'm bound for better days. It's my life and my dream. Nothing's gonna stop me now. It's my life and my dream. Nothing's gonna stop me now. Nothing's gonna stop me now. But yeah, it's a lot higher pitched when they sing it. It's more like, the rain and thunder, the wind and haze, I'm bound for better days.
Oh, wow.
You know, but yeah.
That's not quite in the Beetlejuice range.
No, it's not in the Beetlejuice range at all. I could not do that as the Beetlejuice. Lost Cult Music says, I can confirm you just sold another signed card. Oh, well, thank you, Lost Cult Music.
Woo!
Yeah, if folks are interested in buying those cards, you can get those at creocards.com/products. I'll just post the link, /Joe Hills -collectors -edition.
Yeah. Even I bought one.
Yep. Non-binary mermaid says, "Happy birthday, Joe." Well, thank you very much, non-binary mermaid.
Thank you, non-binary mermaid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. So the thing is, the spreadsheet, like, so I get like a manual report. So
Oh, so you knew that I bought one.
no, I get like a tally.
I see. It wasn't names.
But like, so yeah, we can see if the spreadsheet was updated at 10:05 Eastern time. So that's 15 minutes ago. And so yeah, there you go. You are reflected in that tally if you bought it more than 15 minutes ago. Otherwise, it will show up the next time that the guy does the manual spreadsheet update. Woo! Woo! We also got some texts rolling in from CJ, Mom, Dad, and Juliana writing happy birthday. Thanks, y'all.
Thanks, y'all.
Woo. Okay. Lone Courier also writes, happy birthday, Joe. Thank you. Thank you. Salem says, sometimes I think about trying to explain to my mom what I'm watching these days, and I think this might be peak. I don't know how to explain this at the moment. I would say, well, I'm getting into really experimental artists. They do weird stuff. Like, you know, it's not for everybody, but, like, I find it helps me when I'm just trying to get stuff done to put something on that's, you know, not, like, super compelling. If I put on Deep Space Nine, I'm like, oh, what is that Odo going to shapeshift into next? And then I'm like, oh, it's a vase. And then sometimes he goes inside of a bucket, and then I'm like, oh, well, now I gotta. I'm like invested now. I gotta watch.
Absolutely.
Gotta watch.
Yes.
But with this, I can put this on in the background, and then I can do my work, and I find that's like so productive.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's part about like, you know, I feel like part of what art is about like what art enables us to do, and like getting my work done. Like, that bucket changeling was not helping.
I completely agree.
But, like, this, I don't know what it is, but, you know, it helps. And,
Totally.
like, so, yeah. I mean, there's destructive art and there's constructive art. And I feel like the constructive nature that this enables in my day is, like, worth celebrating.
Oh, yeah.
Mom!
Yeah, this performance art. This is akin to the work of Marina Abramovich.
Oh, clearly. Like, so people look at me and they're like, that's a son of Abram.
Absolutely. I once attended a school called B'nai Abraham, so
Yeah, which I
am a
believe
daughter of Abraham.
means Father Abraham.
It does. I had a very ecumenical schooling from age 2 to 4. I was in a Jewish school.
Mm-hmm.
From 4 to 5, I was in a Lutheran school, and then I did a lot of Catholic school. Unfortunately, after that.
You know how, like, in, like, kids' cartoon shows, like the old ones, like the Hanna-Barbera ones from the 60s, they'd be like, when they added a new character but they didn't want to redo the theme song, they'd be like, and they'd add in something at the end, like, and Astrobutt,
Right.
you know? Like,
Yep.
woof! Yeah, I'm here too, you know? It's just like, you know, like, there's the whole, like, one of the most famous songs for children about Abraham is, Father Abraham, had many sons, and then Quinn pops out, I'm here too!
And Quinn!
And Quinn!
No, I'm not actually a daughter of Abraham, because I think that would make me Jewish.
Is that, I don't know if that's actually, like, is that a term? Well, but, like, I mean, arguably, if you went to a school called Father Abraham, like, it's not like...
Because you go to a person's school,
well, I
doesn't
mean, like,
you're a child
but, like,
of
you know,
them.
there's an argument about, like, whether or not if you go to Tullahoma High, does that make you a wildcat rawr? You know, like...
Oh, I see.
You know, like, you know,
I was a fighting Abraham.
Yeah, I was a fighting child of Abraham. You know, which is kind of like how Notre Dame has the fighting Irish.
Exactly. What are we, 1:30 away from the next
Oh,
one?
that's a great question.
Where
We
are
are
we?
at 50 degrees
What are
angular,
we?
so yeah, that puts us 30 away. Let me repost the tip link just in case people would want to hear us perform. What was
Has Been
Has Been
by William Shatner.
Shatner.
Did you know it's Joe Hill's birthday? It's Joe Hill's birthday today. Did you know, did you hear the good word that Joe is 37 years old today?
That reminds me of the dirge at the end of Walk Hard, like. Oh, did you hear the news? Dewey Cox died today. Oh, say it isn't so. Dewey Cox died today.
We could do.
Hold on, let's just do that one for.
Or you want to?
No, let's just do that one for fun.
That's not the Bob Dylan pastiche.
No. That's the one. It's called "Hey, Have You Heard the News?"
Hey, have you heard the news?
Oh yeah, okay. It actually opens with this would be a fun one for the Beetlejuice, I think. Long black hearse, clear blue sky. Preacher says his words. Grown men cry. Women start to faint. Dark gray sky. Simple wooden box. Preacher asks why. Hey! Have you heard the news? Dewey Cox died. Put him in the ground. Start to shovel dirt. Grown men turn away. Can't bear the hurt. Fell out of a tree. Landed on his head. Rushed him to a hospital. There, pronounced dead. Hey, have you heard the news? Dewey Cox died. No, say it isn't so. Dewey Cox died. Flowers everywhere. Children cry. Guitar on the ground. God himself asks why. Long black hearse. Clear blue sky. Preacher says his words. Grown men cry. Hey, have you heard the news? Dewey Cox died. Why? Hey, have you heard the news? Dewey Cox died today. Dead. So there we go. Woo! Woo! That was from the film Walk Hard as the credits begin to roll.
Yeah. I decided the other day, I've thought about getting a tattoo before, but I never knew what it should be of. And I decided I want to get like a fancy script tattoo with flowers around it, maybe like white lilies.
Yeah.
And what the words say is, "The wrong kid died."
Yeah. See, I've thought about getting a tattoo, but like, if my loved ones needed to use my body to fake somebody else's death, like, I don't want to give them extra work, right? Like, that's just one of those problems. Like, it's not a problem for me, but it's a problem
looks
for
like
the
Joe Hills that they would need to use. Your
well,
body
but
to
I don't want to
fake
look
somebody's
less like whoever the target is. Like,
What
I
if
mean,
they have tattoos?
well, but it's easier to add a tattoo
you're right.
than to remove one.
That's true.
Or like, I feel like that's just more.
I wonder if anyone has ever done post-mortem tattoos.
Well, the thing is
And
that
if it's more difficult or easier to
I mean,
do so. I don't know.
I don't
I'm not an expert.
you know, I don't want to borrow trouble from the next generation, but I just want them to be prepared. I want the people of the
I'd rather
future
borrow trouble from Voyager.
Yeah, I want people to have the opportunities that they need to. I don't. I'm not sure that I haven't actually thought about this, and so I'm not sure this argument actually makes any sense. But I thought it was funny. Badger Spanner writes, most script tattoos don't stay clean looking for very long. No, that's fair.
Oh, then I'll get it in a different style.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do like a nice old-time serif font.
Edward tips 50 and says, just say your tattoos use invisible ink. Let's go ahead and rotate that 150 degrees. Or not 150. 50 plus 50 is 100.
Yay!
I was looking at the first 50, and then I was like, 50 plus 50, that's...
Thank you,
yeah.
Edward.
100.
We're just 80 away from our next goal.
80 away from Has Been by William Shatner. But yeah, UV ink tattoos are also interesting.
Is that a thing? Is that happening? Didn't know about that.
I mean, I don't know why. Well, I mean, unless there's some reason like UV ink is just like so toxic or something. It's like when they were trying to do the practical effects Green Goblin smoke, and the people are like, you can't do green smoke, and they're like, no, we're gonna have him walk out of the green smoke, and they're like, no, the green smoke will kill him. We can film green smoke. We can have him wearing the mask in the green smoke, but he's going to literally need it for oxygen. They're like, no, we need him to rip off the mask and walk through the green smoke. And they're like, then we can give you smoke and you can make it green in post-production. But there is no good way to make green smoke that an actor breathes. We are not, that we don't have the technology for that. So maybe...
We do have UV tattoos.
Okay, because I was going to say, we definitely have UV ink and we definitely have tattooing, but like, I don't know if the UV ink is safe. Hey, Mist.
Hard to say.
Mist has just woke up. Wanted to hop in and say happy birthday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, boy.
The FDA has not traditionally regulated tattoo inks or the pigments used in them, so we don't know, according to our government, if any tattooing is safe.
Well, but like, there's other governments. Like, what does Belgium think about this?
That's a good question. The editors of this Wikipedia page should include the safety protocols of other countries as well. Why has everything got to be U.S.-centric?
Yeah. But yeah, I think the other thing too is like, I don't want to like limit opportunities in the future. Like, no company that hires IT or web people cares about tattoos.
Sure.
But like, if I wanted to do like stage or screen stuff, which I'm not like moving toward that in any realistic way in my life right now. But like, you know, hearing about like how Nicolas Cage had problems with his Ghost Rider tattoos. Mm-hmm. Especially in most films, they're just fine with it. They're like, you know what, if we're gonna show your musculature, we're fine having this character just really like Ghost Rider. But in the film Ghost Rider, they're like, we have to either like retcon it so that's part of the curse.
I see.
Or you have to cover this tattoo up, because it'd be like if Chris Pratt came out in the Mario movie and he opens his shirt and there's just a big Mario face and he like stretches it, like he grabs his nipple and stretches it like the N64 welcome screen. It's a me. Like they're just like, maybe this is not how we want to do this. Yeah. So I'm like for example, like if I got a Star Trek tattoo, if I was gonna cameo on any show in the world, it would be Star Trek. And now, granted, they wear a lot of, like,
They wear, like, long sleeves all the time.
You
can easily have that, like, on your upper arm. And
unless you're one of, like, the, like, you know... But maybe I'm, like, the guy on the alien planet whose, like, shirt is just, like, a ribbon, you know?
They can cover that stuff up easily.
Yeah.
Don't worry. If you love Star Trek and want a Star Trek
I don't
tattoo,
actually.
get a Star Trek
No, but that's
tattoo.
the. No. I don't actually.
I think you don't want
I don't
a
feel
tattoo in general.
I don't
You
want a
feel
tattoo
like
in
you need
general.
to make excuses.
No,
that's
you're right. No, I don't want it. But the thing is, though, sometimes when I don't want something, I'm like, I'm interested in, like, why don't I want it? And I'm like, what would be the most, like, what are the things I would love the most that I would love to have a tattoo of? And I'm like, well, something from Star Trek would be awesome. And then I'm like, oh, but I wouldn't want to do that because I might want to be on Star Trek.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want to be in Star Wars, so get a Star Wars tattoo.
I kind of, like, once they said the books didn't count anymore, like, that kind of killed it for me.
That's why I said you wouldn't want to be in Star Wars.
Yeah, because, like, oh, man, I invested so many hours reading those books. And they're just like, nobody important cares about these books. And I'm like, message received, Disney.
Message received.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Like, kind of, when the MCU was like, we decided that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't canon anymore. I'm like, I watched so many seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
And I was very deeply invested in it. And they're just like, we don't care about people who care about this show. It's not a lot of people.
Yep.
Oh, actually, we need to be careful talking about stuff like that.
Do not promote struck
Yeah,
work.
do not promote struck work. So there's like this whole thing where they're like, okay, we don't care if normal people go see films or whatever, but if you're the sort of person that is either a member of the guild or could someday become a member of the guild.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think we both qualify as, since we both work in entertainment, if somehow my YouTube stuff, I've gotten a lot of weird invites to interesting things. If somehow this got me a bit part, a cameo on a show one summer or something, that could qualify me for guild membership.
Yeah.
I don't want to be invalidated for that.
No, me
because,
neither.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to the movie theater on tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing 2 movies, but I'm not going to tell anyone what I'm seeing.
And that was the thing too, is I was like thinking about like, oh, there's shows I want to. A lot of times what we talk about on Thursday morning is shows we watched or films.
True.
But
Not gonna refer
we can't do
to
that
those in
now.
specific.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, because a big thing that's happening is like TikTok film influencers are now getting paid by Hollywood studios to like come out to movie premieres because the actors aren't going to the premieres.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
And so that's crossing the picket line because you're doing
the actors'
work
promotional work.
Exactly.
Yeah, which I don't want to do. I don't want to cross
neither,
a picket line, and I'm not going to.
Like the best way to hurt the studio and what a strike is withholding labor. So if you can get someone else to do the labor, then the studio isn't hurt as badly.
And that's why
then you're
scabbing
a
is the problem.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like and that's the thing too, is like when people come in here and they're like, oh man, I just ate at this fast food restaurant and it was so delicious, I ban them. Because I'm like,
right.
either you are a bot or a shill who's getting paid for this, or you are stealing someone else's job. And I am not going to accept either of those.
Yeah, exactly.
Gideon says, why is the camera sideways? Well, when people tip, the camera rotates 1 degree per dollar, and tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat.
Yes. If you would feel more at ease if the camera were not sideways, then please continue to tip.
Yeah.
And eventually...
or if other people want to make that person more uncomfortable, we can flip that thing over.
We can flip it all the way over. We can do loop-de-loops with this puppy. Yeah, I was going to say, as I'm a member of the Union of Musicians and Allied Workers, and so that's just like another layer, is I'm in solidarity with other unions.
Sorry, can you repeat that? There's an acronym for that some people might be familiar. UMAW. And are they currently looking at possibly striking? Because I saw that IATSE is looking at striking.
Yeah, it is something that's being talked about. It's a lot smaller and newer than the other unions.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who is in music or works around music can join. Joe Hills can join.
Yeah.
I even have an extra UMaw T-shirt that you could have.
Well, I mean, I would probably want to buy my own to support
That's
them
fair.
if at that point. So one thing I saw is that apparently A24, you and I had talked about this.
Yeah.
How, like, what if somebody broke ranks with the rest of AMPTPA or whatever, the American Motion, or what is it, the Association of Motion Picture and Television
Producers.
or producers, yeah.
Well, and independent productions are doing that.
That's what I'm saying. So A24 is not part of them, and A24 said, what are the demands that you want to make that they aren't even coming to the negotiation table for? We'll just meet all of them.
Yes, and the unions like have forms you can fill out to, if you want to continue producing something, like filming something, as long as you meet the demands that are being made by the unions,
Yeah.
you can keep doing it. You can keep working and making stuff. Just meet the demands, which aren't that like lofty and ask in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other day, I saw like they're asking for like in total like $450 million, and Jeff Bezos has a $500 million yacht. You know? Like,
Yeah. It's like,
just sell the yacht, Jeff, and end this whole thing.
it's one yacht. What can it cost, Jeff? But yeah, Chloe the Great and Powerful says, my union has nothing to do with entertainment, but standing in solidarity makes unions stronger. Never cross a picket line. Small Time Benny says, if we could get a second Dr. Horrible from the strike, that would be great. Yeah, that's the thing is if this encourages more people to work and publish independently, as long as they're treating everybody on set properly in accordance with what the union's looking for. Now, so part of what the union's looking for is royalties. Part of it, though, is also signing something that says we're not going to use your image in, like, AI stuff in the future.
Yes, one of the things the studios have proposed is that they'll pay background talent, or some people know them as extras, $100 to have their full body scanned, and then the studio has the right to use that full body scan in perpetuity
Forever
without paying the person ever again.
Mm-hmm.
So you could show up in the back of any kind of scene, who knows what.
Yeah.
Who knows if you'd be, what state of being clothed you'd be in, even, like, who knows?
Yeah,
like, you don't have a say at that point.
Yeah, and that's the sort of thing, like, if you're doing a small production, like an A24 indie film, they don't need those rights. They're not trying to build an AI library of every extra.
Yeah.
So they can just say, yeah, I'll sign that, no problem.
Right.
Like, not a big deal. So I'm looking forward to Quinn. I was gonna Quinn and I talk about a lot of stuff on camera in the same way. I will say this is like a HermitCraft thing. So Cleo and I do this too, where like a lot of times when we have ideas, we'll pitch them for the first time on camera. So if this is a terrible idea,
yes,
you can shut it down because you have not vetted this at all.
No, I have.
But when I read about the A24 thing, it got me thinking that maybe we should try and do something where we go out of our way to find work that is compliant and talk about it on stream. So, like, if there's a film at the Bell Court that would not be, or if there's something streaming or whatever,
sure,
that would be acceptable. We go out of our way and we highlight that. We talk about, here's why we're talking about this and not other famous movie.
Yeah.
So we're showcasing the strike. We're showcasing the folks who are playing ball and being fair.
Right.
Now, I was going to say, it'd be great if we could do that every week, but I don't know if we can get to the Bell Court every week for a movie, or if there's even going to be something that would technically be a good fit every week.
Well, like, things that are already out probably did not necessarily.
I've seen guidance that says work that was produced by the studios. They like.
So if it's independent, then it's okay. Like if it's an independent film, it's not, and it's not distributed by the studios. Because here's the thing: is a lot of films are independently financed, and then distributed by the studios, which still means that the studios benefit from them and make money off of them, and those are not things we'll discuss.
Yeah, that's the thing is they don't want people being like, oh, let's talk about old movies because the studios have all the rights to those and are going to put those up on the streaming platforms and in theaters instead.
Sure.
Right?
Exactly.
So we can't just talk about something because it's old. We need to talk
Right.
about something because it's compliant, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I was watching a rom-com from the 90s the other day,
yeah.
and something in the cinematography struck me, and I tweeted about it.
Yeah.
But I didn't name the film
Yeah.
because studios still make money off of films like this. Even though I own it on VHS, someone else
Going out and looking
could go
for it,
out
yeah.
and say, "Oh, that's cool. Maybe I should watch that movie." And then you rent it on iTunes, and then you're paying the studio. And then I have promoted struck work, so I'm
Yeah.
not doing that.
Yeah. So I like the idea of pushing outside my comfort zone for what I would normally watch.
Yeah.
Or it's like it's what I would watch if I had time, but it's an excuse to make time. I had a whole bunch of glow lichen in here.
Oh my gosh. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday! What? How much? Okay.
Spent the last hour
Well, I
making
mean,
glow lichen, but then now you have more,
yeah.
right?
Now I have more. Yeah. Okay. Draka Bandit says unions are always good for the workers, and the fact that companies hates unions prove it. I agree with you. Do try to watch spamming caps a little bit, though. Small Time Benny says apparently the Zordon from the OG Power Rangers was paid $150 for one day's work, and they used him for the rest of the series.
Oof.
Really? They didn't have him like do like.
They had him say different things, though.
I don't. I feel like they didn't just use the same video. That doesn't sound right to me.
Well, and we didn't have like the digital technology back then.
No.
To, like, move.
It feels like that would have
move
been
the
something they
person's
filmed
mouth
every
and, like,
time.
Yeah.
I-
Of course, like Rita Repulsa's character was a Japanese actress
Mhm.
who was dubbed over completely. So
So they could.
it could be that they filmed this Zordon actor and then dubbed over him. Maybe that's happened. I don't know.
I mean, that's weird, but
It's
yeah.
weird because the Zordon actor would have been, probably a Western actor.
Yeah.
But everything when they were in the suits
Yeah.
was filmed in Japan.
Yeah. Is there a good authoritative website for determining what work is struck and what is not? Because if there's not, that seems like something valuable for us to work on.
Mm-hmm. Sort of database.
Yeah,
Or
because
maybe even it's a website that you can just like press a button and it suggests something to watch.
well, that's also like you could say like
Comedy,
here's
blah, blah.
genre, here's
Yeah.
language, here's
decade.
yeah.
Or even actor. Like, oh, I like
So
this.
here's the
I want to see a
problem.
Bruce Willis movie that isn't.
Well, so here's
benefit the studios.
I mean, in theory, you could do this with the IMDb API.
Right. We just would have to.
How much does that
vet it
API
to-
access cost?
We'd have to vet it to exclude studio names.
Well, and what we would basically say like, okay, IMDb API, developer.imdb.com. Okay. Also, who owns IMDb? Are we?
I think Amazon does.
Okay, so that might also be like one of those like. We might be better off just manually
Yeah, 'cause
creating
then
a
we're
list.
Paying Amazon.
Yeah, because it's like,
U.S. copyright records, says Joju. But we'd also want to include a lot of foreign films aren't distributed by the major U.S. studios, Hollywood studios.
Well, I think
So we
I think
can
maybe we just
include
do
a
it
lot of
as a
foreign films,
recommendation
too.
list of our own. Like we don't try to catalog every film out there.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I watch foreign films too.
Oh, no, I get that. Gideon, yep, it is my birthday.
It's Joe Hill's birthday today.
My birthday
It's Joe
today.
Hill's birthday today.
Yep.
It's Joe Hill's from Nashville, Tennessee's birthday today.
You see?
You see.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah. So part of me is like I should make the stripes and then I can bone meal in the rest later. Hidden 66 says happy birthday. Thank you, Hidden.
Thank you, Hidden. Thank you for coming out of hiding to say that.
Yeah. Yeah, the Hidden 66 sounds like a Tarantino gang.
Mm-hmm.
But I take it I'm trying not to talk about specific names of movies. It's like okay.
That's not a movie, though.
Yeah, it's
that's
not a-
just a guy
Yeah, that's just a guy.
who likes feet.
Yeah.
Let me look up who's members of AMPTP.
Yeah. And it seems like whoever is like in the guild should be running like should have like a publication, should have a list of like, okay, A24 is allowed. Who else is allowed?
Right.
But I don't know.
Who's on our good list?
Like I said,
Who's on our
I
naughty
wouldn't
list?
assume that that's publicly available knowledge. That might only be available to guild
Yeah,
members.
internal.
Yeah, it might be an internal document for various reasons.
Mm-hmm. Paramount Pictures, Sony Pictures, Universal Pictures.
These are
Walt
the
Disney
not allowed.
Studios, Warner Brothers, broadcast television networks, ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, Netflix, Apple TV, Amazon.
Well, and this is
Like almost everywhere that you're gonna watch something,
Mhm.
those people are against the actors and writers.
Yeah, that's not great.
It's not great.
And that's part of why I believe like it's important for people to own their own vertical. Like it's never been easier to self-host and self-publish video. It is still very hard to self-host and self-publish video. But like it is possible but difficult now instead of literally impossible.
Yeah.
Like it was for most of human existence.
Exactly. I saw on the news the other day Mark Ruffalo is calling for just more of an independent film and television industry
Yeah.
to start up.
I'm
That's completely divorced from these billionaire power holders.
I absolutely love it. It's what Whedon called the show friends model instead of show business. It's, people who know each other getting together and making something. And I mean, that's what we do on HermitCraft. And we might
Exactly.
not make Hollywood money, but we have a lot of fun. And I think that that's valuable for artists,
Yeah.
and
absolutely.
for people out there too, So let's see here.
You bow to no corporate sponsors.
Well, I mean, I'm willing to have sponsors on the show
Sure.
if they pay what I think is fair.
And if you agree ethically with how they run
I
their
would
company,
vet
right?
them individually. I'm not
That's-
gonna. I mean, technically,
You're not going to be like Larry David and all those people who did NFT commercials and then were found liable in court.
well, here's the thing though: is if I went and endorsed some, if they were like, "Hey Joe, we want you to promote this medicine," I would want to see some studies that medicine works. If they're like, "Well, there's no studies because we're not technically calling it a medicine,"
Right.
this is a relaxation product.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
We know that it kills 1 in 10 people who use it, but 90% of the people are pretty happy with it.
Yeah, those people were sick anyway.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, I'm good.
No.
I'm gonna not, maybe
Yeah.
as a treat.
Thank you. As a little birthday treat. I'm gonna not take your blood money.
Yeah. Welcome, Robin Slays. Yeah, well, we're using the lichen because I'm fond of the idea of having that whole thing under there just be lichen and copper for the world download. But I'm also realizing that's the sort of thing that takes a lot of time. But I'm also, because it's my birthday and I'm a little distracted, it's not a great time for me to be doing anything like bold and experimental and new because so much of my brain is occupied with music and other stuff.
Oh, speaking of blood money, that reminds me of this time we were kids. Our parents are from New Jersey. And one time my mom said, "There's no such thing as blood money. Money is money." I was like, wow.
Do you think that's a New Jersey attitude?
Well, it sounds like something out of like The Sopranos or something. I don't know. I think it's a very like Jersey, Union County. I don't know.
Razor Randon says, your birthday, Joe. Well, happy day.
Happy day.
Happy
day.
NJ says, no, it's not a happy day. Thanks, NJ. I appreciate you chiming in.
Sad
Saddest day.
It's the saddest day, 'cause Joe Hills isn't 36 anymore.
I'm so old out now.
And he'll never be 31. And he'll never be 32. And he'll never be
33 again.
Cause he's old.
Buttercup the Destroyer writes, sad birthday, old timer. Rex Green says, sorry, I heard New Jersey mentioned. What was the question? Oh, so I was going to say.
I forget the exact
Quinn,
context
of
it.
I have never heard.
Our family was like given some money that I don't. It was like, I don't know. It was questionable.
I don't remember this.
I don't know.
Was this when I was already at college, or?
I don't know. I forget the context, but the sentiment and quote stick in my mind.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because that's the sort of thing I would have gotten in an argument about. So they also might have said a lot of this stuff around you because you didn't get in arguments with them about it?
Yeah, well, yes. My entire
Your childhood was way different than mine.
My entire childhood and like first 30-odd years of my life was just about surviving and not drawing too much attention to myself. Because I knew I was queer and I just wanted to survive, and I didn't really start arguments, even if I disagreed. I just tried to live, just tried to make it through the day. I didn't want to get hit by anybody, all that. Didn't want to get yelled at. It still happened anyway.
Yeah.
I tried to be the golden child and get straight A's and change diapers and do the dishes and do tons of extra housework, but it still didn't help.
So I can't even think of a time that we got extra money. Like, ever. It was always like, okay, we're barely getting by. Like, it feels like, yeah, I don't know. Because, I'm trying to place when this would have been.
I don't know.
It's interesting.
I don't know. Joji says, if I'm ever in a room with Quinn that's not conducted through a digitally moderated medium, I want to hear the full version of
Yeah,
the
well, one
story.
of the top rules of the stream is don't generate evidence of crimes. So that's the other reason I'm not going to push too hard on this, but I'm...
No, and I was a child. My mother could have been saying it in total jest. So
Yeah, maybe she's quoting some movie.
These are allegations I'm making.
Yeah, because I really
know.
can't think of a single time that it's like, oh, so and
There
so.
are a lot of times our family needed money.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like they were constantly in credit card debt and stuff. Like I always remember them not having enough money.
Well, and it's
Gideon Kagan says, I don't understand what that rule means. The rule means don't generate evidence of crimes. If you're like, hey, I'm going to go hit a bunch of cop cars with spray paint later, and then a bunch of cop cars get spray painted, Google shares their records with police.
yes.
That I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be part of the reason
Yes, and then
that
Joe
somebody
Hills is going to get questioned.
yeah, or even if I don't get questioned, if you get caught because I let you talk, I'm not gonna pretend that this is a safe space to talk about things like that. This is an actively surveilled space. Anything you say here, Google can totally share with the cops. So, don't say anything worth sharing with the cops.
Yeah, you're in a surveillance state.
Yeah.
Where are we, Joe,
Okay,
Joe-tation?
we are $80 away from our next goal song.
Just $80.
Yeah, Small Time Benny says this space is even less secure than Discord if you can imagine it. Yeah, everything you say on Discord is public. Do not talk about, and especially do not organize criminal action on Discord. If you're trying to like plan
Even if it's good trouble.
Yeah. I'm saying
Especially.
this for people like, hey, if you are going to be protesting unjust leadership in your country or something, they can come down on you because of what you say on Discord.
Yeah.
You need to be meeting face to face as much as possible. Coordinate with as little electronics as possible. For the more important it is, the more important it is that you not use
Absolutely.
electronics to coordinate.
Electronics are not your friends.
They are not your friends.
More and more so.
It's easier and easier to trawl the ludicrous amount of data that's available. Yeah. It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not.
Emmett says, are there secure spaces to share information? Anyone who has it can share it. Well, so for example, if you're trying to organize a local march, meeting with people in person is going to be creating less of a paper trail. Yeah, I would not bring my phone to things like this. I would recommend prohibiting other people from bringing their phones. But like, I mean, it depends on your threat model. But like I said, the more important what you're doing is, the more important it is to do it correctly. Okay. So, we got some books in here. More magma cream that can go away. The smooth basalt can go in this. Let's take this up here. Hey, Evanetta. Welcome. We've got Quinn here. We're actually doing a double birthday stream. There's only one birthday. It's my birthday. But after lunch, so Quinn and I are going to take a lunch break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to play some more HermitCraft.
Yeah, my birthday is in February.
Yeah. Yeah, we could,
so we'll do that then.
We'll do something for that in February, I guess. We didn't do anything in studio for that, I don't think. This year. Do we? I'm really bad at remembering stuff in general, but...
No, we didn't. But we can next year.
Yeah, if you whatever you want. I mean, it's your birthday.
It's my birthday.
It's your birthday. I can cry if I want to.
Cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. It's your birthday. You can cry. You can cry, Joe.
I mean, I don't actually feel the need to cry right now. Like
Sometimes that's the best time to cry.
I'm doing pretty okay. I'm actually really struggling because I was gonna say like, whereas like I turn on blank television show and within like 30 seconds I'm like, oh my gosh, they're such good friends. I love that for them. Like,
but we will not name the show.
I'm not naming any shows. That would be a bad idea. Okay. Small Time Benny says this didn't go through. If you need a phone with you, pay cash for a burner. I'm not sure why it didn't go through, but I'm not 100% sure I even agree with that. I think people think they need phones with them more often than they do. I don't think paying cash for a burner is secure. That was something that they showed how that was circumvented by the cops in The Wire 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like that paying cash for a burner is it's slightly better, but I would
also you were probably on camera.
Yeah, no, you're anywhere that sells phones has cameras.
Exactly. So then it's like, okay, we have proof that you bought a
and
burner.
facial recognition is way better than it was, especially if they have the phone. Like if they take the phone off you,
yeah,
they can match it with the call log. Basically, if you're doing something like this, you always run the risk of getting picked up, and if you get picked up, you shouldn't have a phone on you. I'm just saying, there's.
Yeah, like if you're arrested and you happen to have a burner phone or burner phones on you, they'll use it against you.
They'll use it against the people you called.
Mm-hmm.
I really think that people are too dependent on cell phones in terms of everything, and we need because I've seen one thing they're trying to do in European countries is you need to have your cell phone on you to pay with a credit card.
Yeah.
And so that forces you to carry it everywhere.
Yes.
And it's just so yeah. Not ideal.
No, not ideal at all.
Okay. Okay, so let's see. We were gonna get our chops and tots box out and organize some of this into there. Whew. Okay. So somewhere at some point I put away my axe too, which I'm gonna want back. Find that. Nope, nothing there. Huh, well that's not optimal. From Bomb Biddy says, happy birthday to whoever's birthday it is. Well, thank you, Fitty Bomb Biddy. It's me.
It's Joe's birthday here on the stream. And it's still Joe's birthday.
Well, you can be lovers without being married, Badger. I don't think...
What is Badger saying?
Oh, there's... there's a side conversation going on about good omens.
Okay.
And about whether or not they're husbands.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think that you can I think it's possible to agree that they are lovers without because being married requires a third party to adjudicate that, and part of the whole relationship between the two of them is they have no third party they trust.
Yeah, well, what about a common law?
I mean, I don't know that. So I don't know if common law, which countries they were living in at the time, but yeah, maybe in the does common law apply to non-citizens though?
I don't know.
Because they wouldn't be citizens.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unless they
Is the news? Yeah.
I
don't know. We shouldn't be talking
not...
about this show anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're trying not to talk about. Is that struck work? Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna have to add a new rule that we're gonna time out people talking about struck work, because otherwise I'm gonna end up talking about struck work. Samuel, thank you for sending a 5. Here we go.
Thank you, Samuel.
Bringing that up to 105.
105.
But yeah, how do we look up if that's distributed by one of the companies that's part of the
It's
strike?
on Amazon.
Oh, well then, yeah, sorry, we're not talking about it. Struck work. Although it is a book, people are... Yeah, that's a good point. We are talking... There is a... Yeah.
It is the book. We're
talking about the book. Okay. Yeah. Badger says Amazon is 100 times struck. Yeah. Jail for Bezos. 1,000 years of prison.
I wish.
Okay, so yeah, okay, we're talking about the book. That's fine, but I'm just letting y'all know that that's something to be aware of.
Yep. Wading in treacherous waters here.
Yep. Okay, I could cook the raw chicken. I could also put the gold away. I keep finding more random empty glass bottles. So that's not great. Okay. Adam Conover has some resources. Would I like a link with guidelines? I don't want a link with guidelines. I want a list of what I want, like, I want to see what the applied guidelines look like. I don't have the energy to apply the guidelines from scratch myself. Because we're already familiar with the guidelines. We're just not sure exactly who they apply to and who has, like, which independent works. So, independent films that are shown on Amazon would probably be considered struck at this point.
Wait, what films?
Is it only things that are produced by Amazon, or if Amazon buys the rights to an independent film to show it on, like...
I would include that because they're making money off of it.
Yeah, so that's the thing, is like, well,
We don't want them to make
Apple
money.
sells movies on iTunes, so I think we're basically, like, we can't talk about anything on Amazon or iTunes at that point.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so it's like, what I'm looking for is, like, where can we find a list of films that are not available through those, but are still worth talking about? That's what I want. I want the execution. I want the end result. I don't want the guidelines.
Yeah.
Evan says BBC as well. I don't think the BBC is part of this, as far as I understand it. But Quinn, if I'm wrong about that, that would be good to know.
What about the BBC?
Is stuff produced on the BBC considered struck, like Doctor Who?
I would consider it because I think that show now has a deal with Disney Plus.
Oh, it's now being redistributed.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. So, like, but for a BBC show, so, well, I guess that's when we come back to it, like, Keeping Up Appearances would be considered struck because it's now available on iTunes or something. Yeah. So, like, something that you can only get on DVD or from the BBC themselves. Basically,
or that's like a public domain film.
Public domain film. Yeah, so Joju says, I remember seeing characters owned by struck companies. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, basically not a great time to be talking about this stuff. Yeah, if we're watching stuff that's not available in America through these companies, then that might be okay. Like, if we watched it, like, while we were in England. But yeah, that's really stretching it.
Yeah.
Salem says Night of the Living Dead is in the public domain. Yeah, so that would probably be fine. It's a Wonderful Life, I believe, is in the public domain.
I think so.
I was gonna say, a lot of the movies that I've proposed for the movie night in the past were, like, weird, not... Like, 29th Street doesn't have a distributor. Although, it was produced by 20th Century Fox, I think. So, but it's not distributed anniemore, so it might be struck.
I wouldn't talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Dun, dun, dun.
I think it's, like, still available to rent on some of these platforms.
It was not for a long time. That would be good news in any other context if it was again.
Let me check.
Evan Netta says, "Can I talk about Israeli shows like Fauda?" I don't know what that is. So,
well, here's the thing: is
I'd really rather not talk about stuff like if you're like, hey, I want to talk about something that's only available in my country. Like, talking about it here is also kind of awkward because it's like nobody else can participate in that conversation. So that's kind of rude.
Yeah.
I mean, from a legalistic relevance standpoint, it's a fair question, but like the answer is still like, even if you could, I don't think it contributes anything, so you shouldn't.
Yeah.
What does VPN stand for? It stands for Vermont Public Television.
Uh-huh.
So Sesame Street would be... Oh, wait, no, HBO's got the
HBO.
distribution now. So that's the thing, is even stuff on public television, like, they've got these distribution deals.
Yeah.
So is...
Or you can, like, buy them on iTunes.
Yeah, so...
29th Street is not on any of these platforms.
No, that's what I thought, but I think it's still technically...
Well, I wanted to verify.
The rights might be still 20th Century Fox.
Probably.
Um,
Which is Disney now.
But yeah, I was going to say, so is Sesame Street shut down then with... Because are those folks SAG-AFTRA?
Yeah, they're SAG actors, yeah. At least the humans are, and I would suppose the Muppeteers are as well.
SK says, I know I'm coming in late, but what are you defining as struck? Well, that's the thing, is we don't have the ability to define what struck is. We're trying to ascertain and interpret the guidelines from SAG-AFTRA and... What's the other one? I'm blanking.
The WGA.
WGA, thank you. Okay, sorry, we've been going for almost 2 hours. This is why we're going to have a real lunch break.
Yay, real lunch break.
Real lunch break between the morning stream and the afternoon stream so that my brain works again. No, well, okay, see, like, okay, that's literally, you're just going in an example. You're going out of your way to talk. I just said we're going to start timing out people talking about struck work, and we mentioned Disney is a company that is... And then you're like, oh, here, it has a side note. Let me tell you something about this Disney show. No, we don't want... We are not talking about...
No, we can talk about books. We can talk about video games.
Yeah, we're trying... But, like, the only context in which we're talking about the names of these films is figuring out, like, is this edge case... which side of this is it on? That sort of thing.
Yes, we are not promoting them.
Cypher says, why can't we talk about them? I thought that was only for writers and actors. Well, Quinn and I write and act, and even though we're not members of the guild, basically they said anybody who is potentially qualified or might qualify to join the guild in the future needs to be following the same guidelines, or they're demonstrating that they don't really understand what we do or want to be a part of this.
Yes.
So I don't, like, if people, like, if a judge said, is writing part of your work? The answer would be yes. If a judge says, is acting part of your work? Yes. I might not be able to call myself a writer or an actor, but I write and act in entertainment that I create. And so I have to hold myself to a higher standard than the general public. And my point is, if the chat is talking about something that I cannot talk about, then I can't have a conversation with the chat anymore. And so...
Exactly.
We
would like to be able to, like, engage with y'all.
Yeah.
But there's some things we can't talk about.
Fitty Bomb Biddy says, may I ask what a struck show is? So we're talking about the Writers Guild and the Actors Guild are both on strike right now. And part of that strike is withholding labor, not just in the creation of work, but also in the promotion of work.
Yes.
So, like, they're not allowed to go on Jay Leno and be like, hey, let me tell you about my movie that I already finished before the strike started.
Yeah, and they also can't go and talk about, here's a movie that I was in 20 years ago, and, like, I'm gonna go on a podcast to talk about the anniversary of it.
Yeah, we're gonna re-release it in theaters because we're not making new movies, so we're gonna re-release the old movies. Thank you, Alex.
So, like, anything that would benefit these studios who are not the good guys.
Yeah, and the studios are trying to work around the actors not promoting stuff by paying people on YouTube to promote
Hiring
stuff.
Influencers.
And I am not going to do that. This is in solidarity. So you can talk about movies with your friends at home or at work, but when I'm at work, I cannot.
Yes.
And neither can Quinn.
Yes. Like, I saw a photo of Matt Gaetz on the red carpet of a major movie coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is the depths that they sink to.
Yeah, they're bringing
actors.
in
They're
anybody.
Bring in Matt Gaetz.
Yeah. And so that's the thing, is there going to be a movie that I've been looking forward to for years, and they're like, okay, The actors bailed. We need somebody on the red carpet. Let's invite the HermitCraft guys. My kid's crazy about HermitCraft. Whether I love that movie or not,
Yes.
I have an ethical obligation to say, no, thank you. I am not going. Because I will not be wielded as a weapon against people who are fighting to survive as artists.
Yes.
That is not how I want to live, and I refuse.
Absolutely. And the actors and writers have not asked yet that people boycott.
They have not asked for a general boycott.
For a general boycott.
But that's different from my position and Quinn's
exactly
position.
in our position. You can still go to the movies.
You can
I'm
do
still
what you
going
want.
to the movies. I'm just not going to talk about it.
Yeah, SK says that's why the Oppenheimer cast left the premiere. Exactly. So, yeah. Okay, let's see here. So somehow, at some point, I lost my diamond axe, so making a new diamond axe would probably actually be a good use of time.
Let's make a new diamond axe.
Assuming that I can't find it.
Diamond axe. Let's make a new diamond axe.
Yeah, we'll call this the birthday axe. The birthday swish, because it chops things with a swish. Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Thomas Bradley says, I am extremely here for the labor solidarity. Glad to hear it, Thomas. Thank you. Yeah. This is a complex, nuanced thing, which is why we're talking about it at length and not just saying, like, go strike. Woo. And, like...
Yeah. Though we do express that sentiment as well.
Okay, so let's go buy some mending books. Or a mending book at the very least. NJ, I don't... Posting an Instagram link without a description of it is, like, not accessible. Like, people can't read that if they don't visit Instagram. What is in there?
I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, is, like, I don't like when people post images and I can't, like, it's not that I don't trust you, NJ, but, like, from a moderation standpoint, that's not ideal. And
Okay,
it's not setting a good
it does
example.
come from a helpful place.
I appreciate that it comes from a helpful place, but like, if
you could just post an
if
entire
I knew how to
screenshot.
ban Instagram links on the Discord, I would. Actually, you know what? This is my birthday present to myself. Hold on. I'm gonna take time out of my day and give myself this gift. We've had this Discord since season 4 of HermitCraft, which I think is like 7 years. And I've been meaning to figure out how to do this. I've been meaning to try and figure out how to block Facebook and Instagram links. And I just have never gotten to it. So I'm going to build a better future for myself here. Okay, so user settings is not where I want to be. Server settings. Auto mod. Okay. Block suspected. Block custom words. Hold on. Yeah. Instagram. Ooh, wait. Ooh, there's regex patterns for advanced matching. Okay, so let me pull up. Regex pattern for Instagram URL. That looks right to me. I used to spend a lot of time at my day job generating regex patterns, so I want to make sure though that this is. So I'm just looking at this. It looks right. I'm not going to try and do it from scratch because I know how much time that takes, but I can at least eyeball that and it doesn't look wrong. Facebook URL. That looks right to me. Compile size exceeded limit. Oh, that one's too long. Wait. I could get a shorter one, but that's really nice. That's a really elegant one. It's just so long. I turned off threads, don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean threads links. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Regex patterns for threads link. what is the URL? What is the domain name for Threads?
It doesn't.
Threads.net. Let me try if I just put threads.net in here.
Yeah.
Under choose your words.
They don't have a web version though.
Yeah. Well, they're going to, but that's why it's
Sure.
not showing up now. Yeah. Okay. So where was that good one? Okay, Facebook. That's Facebook profile regular expression. Okay, so we want to exclude anything with facebook.com in it. Okay, so save changes. Okay. Okay, so actually I'm a moderator. Oh, that's the problem too, is it's still going to let NJ post it because of moderation ability probably. So let me go to server settings and see if I can change moderator roles to not override the filter. Choose a response. Oh, members with admin and managed server permissions are always excluded from the filter rules. Okay, well, you know, if the day comes that I ever cannot afford to pay my staff, then some small solace will be that at that point, once everybody's stripped of their rights, they won't be able to post Facebook links. That's gonna be the only light in that tunnel.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought those guys were gonna do a cage fight. Whatever happened to that?
Why are people doing? I hate these. Okay, that's also there's literally a rule against like weird Twitch taxonomy thread arguments, like wildly off topic. Like, is pineapple a pizza? I don't care. I will ban you. I will like I am so angry now that I had to think about Instagram and Facebook existing. Like I really I am trying, but like don't push me a little bit further. I'm all out. I'm all out.
You won't like the Beetlejuice when he's angry.
You will not. Okay, so mending books are $2. And then is everything... that's all I can afford then. Okay. But in the very least, an mending axe would be nice to have.
Yes, it mends things.
Birthday swish.
It sets right what once went wrong. Birthday swish.
John David Clark says, what are your thoughts about SAG giving waivers to 39 indie productions? I think that that's the best strategic move possible.
Yeah.
I think, basically... SAG saying, if you comply with these requirements, we will work with you, is the best way to basically incentivize the big studios to work with them.
It's putting more pressure on the studios.
It puts pressure on the studios, and it proves, like, hey, if this tiny company can afford to follow these rules, there's no way that Warner Brothers can't.
Right, because part of the argument of these large companies is the actors and writers are being unreasonable. They're asking for unrealistic things. They're so greedy.
NJ says, you asked about the guidelines. I found and provided them for you. I actually said I explicitly did not want the guidelines. But I don't know.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Water under the bridge.
Yeah. I'm already like in a fighting stance, just having Facebook mentioned. So like, yeah, I'm. If somebody tells me they told me something that or somebody says I said something I didn't say, I'm gonna say I didn't say it. Like
He's riled up.
I'm riled up. Feeling
cagey.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cagey is an interesting word because I would assume that implies like a caged animal.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if that's what it's actually derived from.
No. What is the etymology there?
Yeah, I have no clue. I have no idea.
Let's see.
Because, like, I would assume, like, caged animal, but it's about answering things. But, like, maybe that's, like, the caged animal not being sure if it's okay to accept food. Right? Like, oh, like, the cage is opening. It's like, is it safe to come out? Is it safe? Like, a cagey answer would be like, I'm not sure. I don't trust you because of the position you have placed me in.
Yeah, Merriam-Webster, definition 1, hesitant about committing oneself. Definition 2A, wary of being trapped or deceived.
Yeah, Small Time Benny's got evasive, reticent, 1896, U.S. colloquial of unknown origin. Earlier in English dialect, it meant sportive. What does sportive mean?
Oh, like sportive spice.
I don't think that's... I think it's sport-y spice. Like Chuck E. Cheese.
Only in the States.
Like the E is for entertainment.
Only in the States.
Oh, is it sportive spice over there?
The rest of the world is sportive spice.
I had no idea.
We just don't use the word sportive as much here, so, got Americanized.
Okay, so let's get we got the wood we can put down here. Dun, 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 dun. I can hear the monsters because I turned my creature sounds back up. Okay. So wait, what does sportive mean though? Because I don't know enough of the. I don't know enough.
I've never used
I don't
it
know enough
before.
about the Spice Girls to work backwards, so I was waiting for you to expand.
That was a bit. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
no sportive spice. Somebody might make it their
Are you
username
sure?
now.
I really think there might be.
I mean, there's sporty spice. There's
Well,
not
but like that's like Bobby is short for Bobiv.
Okay.
Sportive. 2 meanings. Playful and light-hearted, amorous and lustful. Relating to, interested in, or good at sport. And a long-distance road cycling event in which a large number of cyclists ride a marked route. Okay, so that's probably the one that it's derived from. Frolicsome or fond of amusements from the 1850s. Earlier was sportful, diverting, entertaining, compare sporty.
Okay. So it's
Like-
basically sporty.
Yeah. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so we got random egg. Don't know what to do with that. Got these banners. Okay, these can actually go. More potion stuff. So much potion stuff. Does poisonous potato go in potions? That's a question for the chat. I don't expect you to know, Quinn. Spider eye goes in potions. More spider eye.
Potatoes?
Potatoes.
Potatoes?
NJ says, or sorry, Tommy says, for the record, I know you're doing Bits Joe, but you crossed the line embarrassing NJ, and I'm sure you've hurt her feelings. I don't know if my role covers staff when community liaisoning, but I can tell you went too far. Well, I can apologize after the streams. She already said good day, and usually that means, like, leaving. So I can address that later. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Tommy. Okay. I forgot to get the other thing. There we go. We can take that out. Welcome, Carnival Fun. Glad you could join us. Okay. Welcome to Breaker Plays.
Welcome.
Thank you for the birthday message. The poison potato can be renamed Hot Potato and put in your friend's inventory. Boom, there's a use for it. Thank you, Lady Vaporeon.
You are entering the birthday zone.
The birthday zone.
The birthday zone. In this zone, it's only Joe's birthday.
Yeah, only my birthday. Well, I mean, other people have birthdays today, too.
Yes, but here we celebrate Joe's.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, Cliff Buxton, but actually his birthday's tomorrow, because it was Australian time.
There you go. You mean yesterday?
Wait.
Wait.
No, it's the 21st.
Are they ahead of us or behind us?
They're ahead of us. It's the 21st in Australia when the moon landing occurs. And it's Cliff's birthday.
Oh, yes, you're right.
It's a reference to The Dish.
Yeah, it's a fictional character. We shouldn't... I don't know the distribution on that film. We won't talk about it.
Yeah, we're trying.
Park it in the car hole. I mean, the main thing is that we're not taking money from these studios and networks.
Well, but still, we shouldn't.
But still, we don't.
Like, giving them
do it.
free
We don't want to give them
promotion
any
is
extra
not
labor.
good. Yeah. Okay, yeah, sorry. I talk about film and TV constantly, so it's
do I.
in my brain,
Yes.
and I am not good at that.
Yeah. If there is a musician strike as well.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
That'll be interesting for me.
So, what have they?
I can join you on stream. I probably just won't.
You wouldn't be
sing
able to
anything or
do.
play anything.
Yeah, well, and technically, well, I could see what if they're willing to do a separate piece deal like the studios did for A24.
Oh yeah.
Like, if they just straight up say, hey, here's what you need to do. Like, I might already be paying you enough and crediting you enough to be in compliance.
The take that you give me is way better than most venues. I have friends who like play live shows, and they're at the venue for several hours, and then they're like, yeah, I made like $10 tonight.
Yeah, that's not.
Which
great.
is like if you're there for 4 hours and you make $10.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, because like I mean, realistically, like people have asked me like, well, what if moderators unionized? And it's like I tried to build my structure where they have enough flexibility and pay that I would already be ahead of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I honestly feel that like every occupation of workers should unionize.
Mm-hmm.
Though I don't like. There's certain things that call themselves unions that I don't consider a union, like police unions.
I mean, I think it's a union.
Sure,
I think
it's a bad union.
Well, yeah, but like that's the thing though is like if somebody has a medical degree and then they do like unethical experiments, they're still a medical doctor.
Sure.
They're just bad. Like the president of Stanford lied about his Alzheimer research. You want to talk about something that makes me angry?
Yeah.
He lied about his Alzheimer research for years and years and years. The president of Stanford. And was only caught because a student on the student newspaper followed up on like some hints that some of the figures were like faked. And like this guy would have gotten away with it forever. He's resigning from his position, but he's not going to jail.
Yep.
Even though his research was considered like landmark stuff in Alzheimer's research. Like the amount of damage he has caused. But if you said, well, that guy isn't really a researcher. It's like, I mean, technically he is a researcher. He's just a liar.
Sure.
But he didn't lie about being a researcher. He lied about being an ethical researcher. So I feel like I don't feel like police unions are especially ethical in a lot of the things that they push for. But
yes.
I don't think they're not unions. Like this is getting really nitpicky on taxonomy.
No, yeah, it's a bad union.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think, like, if you completely were to replace or break, if you were to take the jobs that police do and break them into a bunch of different jobs,
Yes.
right? Because one of the problems is that this is a job that's overloaded. It's got responding to health crises and medical problems, as well as traffic control, as well as event security, as well as, like, there's like 800 things.
Yeah.
If you broke it out into each of those 800 things, I think each and every one of those things should be unionized. I don't think there's anything intrinsically bad about unionizing security forces or things like that. I think just the way that it's all come together in America has happened to be a bad.
Also, the way we like already legally protect police, of course, is upheld by these unions, and like they're, you know, the union defends murderers.
Yeah, the union. That's the problem. Well,
defends and protects murderers and makes sure that they continue to get jobs.
See, and I will say there's a difference though too between defending and enabling, right? So,
They could kind of do both.
No, but let's talk about this though. That, like, in the public defenders, in the legal system, defend murderers. I think it's a fair part of a union's job to say if someone is accused of a crime, we make sure that they have adequate legal representation.
Sure.
But
I'm not saying
the
that.
difference, I think, is that the police unions enable murderers by pushing for laws that make it easier for cops to get away with hurting people who didn't need to be hurt.
Absolutely.
That's where the line is for me.
Sure.
Because I like the idea of unions providing legal support for case by case, make sure that every case is fairly heard. I think everybody deserves a day in court. They deserve to have their case heard. They deserve to have legal representation for that. But what they don't need is somebody tipping the scales of justice and saying, let's rewrite these laws so that certain types of evidence isn't admissible that makes it really obvious that this cop hurt somebody. Or things like that.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah. So we have a tip here from Lauren for 20. Thank you very much, Lauren. We're going to rotate the camera another 20 degrees. That brings us up to 125.
55 away from our next goal.
Whoa, what is going on? The server all of a sudden... Oh, Mumbo logged on. I was like, all of a sudden my frame rate's dying. Mumbo tends to do crazy redstone contraptions. So I'm like, okay, why was it fine before and it's bad now? Mumbo's doing something.
The server is shaken by Mumbo's presence.
Yeah, so Salem says they don't need a PR firm or PR team. Yeah. A union providing a PR team for someone accused of a crime is different from them providing legal defense.
Yes.
That's where I feel like the line is. And so...
Well, it's a lot. I'm a police abolitionist, but not everyone is.
No, that's fair. I guess I'm not sure that, like I said, that doesn't mean that they're not a real union. You know?
We agree.
So,
yeah.
Cool. It's like, oh, here's a fun example. It's like, let's say you had a restaurant that also, like, was a front for, oh no, that's struck work example.
No, we can just move on.
But it was
you don't need to like teach me that.
No, I had a funny example. It wasn't.
We'll just move on.
I wasn't trying to teach you. I was like, oh, I thought of a really silly example of this, but then I realized it tied into a TV show, and then we're back to struck work.
Okay.
But no, I wasn't trying to teach you. I was like, oh, this actually got me thinking of something funny, and so we can bring this back into the goofy space.
No.
Yay.
No,
okay. So we're going to be taking a lunch break in about 15 minutes, and then we will be back after lunch for more streaming. Let's see here. Okay. So we got a bunch of slime blocks, a bunch of ender pearls. Ender pearls can go in the trash. So let's see. Do you have anything that has been? We got 15 minutes. I'm trying to think
Okay.
if there's anything interesting in the news or Ferretary says, you doing anything special for your birthday today? Yes, but I usually, when I get this question on my birthday, I like to share the answer the next day for operational security reasons. So you can hear about my birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because unlike when I had my day job and I always took the next day off,
Sure.
I'm like, no, I'm looking forward to hanging out and streaming with y'all tomorrow. So
Well, yeah.
yeah,
And,
so we'll talk about that part
Yes. I guess
Um,
we could give a vague.
then. No, I don't. I
No.
don't. No,
Nothing.
Nothing. That's.
Nothing.
It's just. It's better to not, because then you're giving people a puzzle, and it activates the reward centers of their brain to try and figure it out,
Oh,
and
I see.
that's a bad feedback loop.
Okay.
So
No puzzles for you.
no puzzles. Yeah.
I'm gonna stand for a moment.
No, that's fair. Okay. So let's see. We've got some stuff here that I can get rid of.
Have you heard the news?
I was gonna say, yeah. I'm not even sure where you are on the camera.
I don't know. I don't need to be on the camera.
Oh well, no, but I was like, but you are going to be if you're in the frame, like, you know what I mean.
Well, I knew
I was like, oh, if you're
I
trying,
was somehow visible.
yeah, I was like,
wasn't gonna do anything I couldn't do on camera.
cool. Okay.
In fact, I don't do anything in my life that I wouldn't do on camera. It's a very Truman Show mentality I take.
Mm-hmm. So we got some extra logs here. We're gonna clean this up real quick. This is just like one of those things I've been meaning to get to, but haven't.
Just hasn't happened yet.
Hasn't happened.
It hasn't happened yet.
Mm-mm.
There's another William Shatner.
Is that the one that's like years of silence? Or is that a different one? Giving up. Who or years of silence? Who can blame us? Giving up.
Is that the one that he's like addressing to his daughter?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's a different one, maybe.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Let's go ahead. I'm gonna do the last call for PayPal tips for the morning stream, so that we make sure we get to thank people for that before we head off to our lunch break on the hour. And I'm gonna manually open up the PayPal here, just because sometimes those alerts don't go through to the computer. I still haven't figured out why. It's not very often, but it's just often enough that I always want to make sure that I am not failing to thank people. Impulse is here. Yay.
Yeah, it's a different song.
Okay.
I was crossing the snowfields in front of the Capitol building.
I
It was
like
Christmas and I was alone.
It's kind of one of those things like, oh, what was he doing in D.C. that time of year? Like,
I dreamt of success. I would be the best. I would make my folks proud. I would be happy. It hasn't happened yet.
yeah, like, was this,
It hasn't
like,
happened yet.
when he was in college, did he go to Georgetown or something?
I don't know. He's Canadian. Did he go to school?
Oh,
Did
yeah,
he go to
oh,
school in Canadian?
wait, maybe he's in front of the Canadian. I've been imagining this as, like, him in front of the American Capitol building, but that's, like, really not Anglo-centric. That's really... America has subsumed the word Anglo-centric to mean about us.
Yeah.
That seems like the sort of nonsense we would do.
Yeah. He went to McGill University.
Okay. McGill University
Montreal.
is in Montreal, so maybe the Capitol building of Montreal. Hey, we got 15 rolling in from Katie as well, who says, Happy birthday, Joe. I always enjoy these morning streams. Hope your day is awesome. Well, I'm so glad. That's going to get us up to 140 degrees angular here.
Thank you, Katie.
Woo, rotatey.
Rotating.
We're actually going to sing the song Kate,
Kate.
by Ben Folds in 2 goals. Our first goal is Has Been by...
Very close to the next goal.
We're very close. We're only 40 away from the next goal. I don't know if we're going to hit that before we go to lunch in 10 minutes. We don't have a set time for how long lunch is going to take because it's going to kind of depend on how we're feeling. Kind of play that by ear.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know where we're going. Not because it's like a surprise, but because it's kind of like, how's the weather? How far do we feel like going?
Yeah. Lunch will be eaten.
Is there a line out the door? Yeah. Okay. There's some random chests and stuff in here too. Or I always forget about this one. We can move this to the prismarine stuff. How's the view there?
Did you read what they say about you?
That you're no fun since the war was won. In fact, you have become
all of the things you've always run from.
the assent of Stan.
Textbook hippie man.
Once you wanted revolution, now you're the institution.
How's it feel to be the man?
It's no fun to be the man. Hey, we got another 100 rolling in. Let's see who that's from. That's gonna definitely get us to our goal.
What is over?
Hold on. Trying to click through here. It looks like it's from P. Marincack, who writes, Happy birthday. Woo! So before we switch to Ollie mode, we're gonna rotate the camera from 140 to 240. That's gonna get us a good way toward our next goal.
Then just 120?
We're only 120 from singing Kate. We're gonna carry these goals over into the afternoon stream. I can promise you the afternoon stream will start literally at least afternoon. There's no way we're not gonna go get like a 15-minute lunch. It will be sometime afternoon. Minimum 1 hour. We need a break. Okay. So let's switch to Ollie mode. Woo! Nico and Indy says, I've been lurking and forgot to say happy birthday. Happy birthday, Joe. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Joe.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Okay, so let's see. What do we got? Lyrics for Has Been lyrics. This one kind of reminds me of the Evil League of Evil is watching, so beware. Apparently somebody else wrote a song named Has Been. You talking to me? You talking to me? You calling me Has Been? What do you say your name is?
Jack. Never done Jack.
Glad to meet ya. Who's your friend?
Dick. Don't say Dick.
What do you know? And you, friend, what's your handle?
Dong. 2 thumbs dong.
Riding on their armchairs, they dream of wealth and fame. Fear is their companion. Nintendo is their game. Never done Jack and Two Thumbs Done and Sidekick Don't Say Dick. We'll laugh at others' failures,
though they have not done shit. I heard of you, the ready-made connecting with the ever-ready. Yeah, never was, talking about still trying, I got it. Forever better, gossiping about never say die. May I inquire, what you've been doing, Mr.
Jack. Never done Jack.
And, you, partner. What's the news of the world, Dick?
I don't say Dick.
Don, of all the people, you must be the tattler.
2 thumbs up.
What are you afraid of? Failure. So am I. Has been implies failure. Not so. Has been's history. Has been was. Has been might again.
Woo! Woo! That's Quinn on the guitar. Before we wrap up the morning stream, I'm going to point people over to redactedhills.com. If you want to commission Quinn to write music for you, that music will be generally produced, a lot of it live on stream at twitch.tv/redactedhills.
Unless it's a surprise thing.
Unless it's a surprise thing. Like, if you're like, hey, I'm making something for, like, my fiance's birthday or something, like,
Exactly.
you're not going to stream that because it's like a birthday present.
Right. Exactly.
Barbecue Sauce says, also lurking, happy birthday, Joe. Ivan C says, also lurking, so I shall say happy birthday. Wait, so somebody, oh, yeah, they're responding to Nico Nindy, who we acknowledged earlier. Woo!
Yeah, I'm lurking as well. Happy birthday, Joe.
Thank you, Quinn. Appreciate your lurks.
You got them good lurks.
I'm a good lurking gal.
There you go. Okay. So, let's see. That was your website, redactedhills.com. We got your Twitch where you stream.
Twitch.tv/redactedhills.
For Tumblr, it's tumblr.com/QuinnHills. You got a lot more cat photos and stuff like that over there.
Yeah. Also
some personal notes.
I get deep. I talk about stuff. I got like little song clips on there. I'm working on new music.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
New music. That's I need to work on new music. One day. Twitter.com/redactedhills. I know Twitter's on the way out for a lot of people, but there's a great pinned tweet there with the Washington Post article prominently featuring Quinn. I'm gonna link that Washington Post article directly. Makes me happy every time I see it. Just I was talking with I was gonna say Sarah from PlayOnCon. I know you weren't there this year, but no, you don't know Sarah at all.
Okay.
So, but
You were talking with someone named
I was
Sarah
talking with somebody named Sarah at
PlayOnCon.
PlayOnCon.
Cool. That's all I need
who
to
was
know.
talking about how too much of the media focus on the trans experience, and Sarah was talking about this in relation to her experience, is focused on the suffering or the unhappiness,
Absolutely.
and that there's not enough celebration of queer joy and trans joy. And I was like, this is a celebration of that. My sister was featured in the Washington Post, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So not like, oh no, you're wrong. No, but like, you're right.
Completely right.
Let's celebrate the places where it does happen.
And both things are true. There is a lot of adversity that we're up against.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also the happiest I've ever been in my life because I'm able to live my truth and feel myself and feel comfortable being myself. So
If we can't encourage and assist people in finding happiness by being themselves, it's I don't know what we're doing here. So I am very happy to hear that, Quinn, and hope that what you're doing is encouraging for folks out there in the world. Mosselbop says, also lurking, happy bath day. Happy bath day.
I actually did shower before you got here because I figured if we're going out to a restaurant, I was like, oh, I better shave as well.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, cool. So we are up against the hour. We already did last call for tips long enough ago that I'm not worried about any more coming in.
Cool.
If they do come in, we will acknowledge them first thing on the afternoon stream.
We're going to take a break. Don't know exactly how long. Minimum 1 hour. So don't be like, oh, you know, are they just gonna go grab a bite of pizza from the fridge? No, we're gonna actually walk around, refresh ourselves. We cannot do this show all day.
Yeah, we're gonna go to a fridge off-site.
Yeah, we're gonna find an off-site fridge. We might.
And it'll just take us some time to get there to have
Yeah.
a little bite as a pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza bite.
If you don't have your own fridge, off-site is fine. So thank y'all so much for hanging out. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee, and next time, once again, later this afternoon. Quinn, any final words? Any final thoughts?
Keep adventuring.
Keep adventuring.